The Green Bay Packer Dallas Cowboy playoff game has bigger implications than just the outcome. What do I mean by that, guys? Before I jump into it, hit that subscribe button, or if you want to wait until you hear the content, if you like the content, hit the subscribe button. And also leave your comments. I'm curious, is anybody traveling to Dallas to watch this Packer game? Or if not, where are you watching the game and what's your favorite snack of choice? I'm curious what people do for the Packer games. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so when we mentioned the name Joe Barry, okay, so a couple of weeks ago, we would have said inevitably this guy is losing his job. Okay, all signs were pointing towards that after that Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. But then Matt LaFleur steps in. He meets with the defense. He tries to simplify some things. He has a little bit of a say of what's going on. All of a sudden, you see the Packers going a little bit more into a man coverage, and you're noticing what the outcome is, right? They have looked very good defensively. So it's looking more and more like Joe Barry could potentially be keeping his job in Green Bay as the defensive coordinator, especially if the outcome is on Sunday that the Green Bay Packers win their wild card match on the road in Dallas against the Dallas Cowboys. I see Joe Barry potentially keeping his job. On the flip side, if Joe Barry and the Green Bay Packers defense get a good victory there. You got Mike McCarthy and his future with the Dallas Cowboys. I see him losing his job, and we'll get into that. But that would make his playoff record, I believe, 1-5. Okay, so 1-5. That is not good enough to retain his job as the Dallas Cowboys head coach. So let's take a look at what this article has to say also regarding Mike McCarthy's status. It says right here, Jerry Jones desperately wants another Super Bowl, and this year is seen to be as big as any lately to get in. If McCarthy crashes out of the wild card round, all alternatives are on the table. Heck, we've even heard rumors that the Dallas Cowboys lose on Sunday and fire Mike McCarthy. They would be planning to chase after Bill Belichick. I don't agree with that, and I'll get into that here in a second. Of course, keeping Dan Quinn in house would also be an option. So, as crazy as it seems to fire a coach with 3 consecutive 12-win seasons, there are definitely rumblings around it. I think most of it goes to Jones's desperation to win another title and his unwillingness to wait at his age. Absolutely agree with the fact that Jerry Jones is growing impatient, and if in the event that the Green Bay Packers win this wild card match on the road, for sure, 100% without a doubt, I feel Mike McCarthy would be losing his job. Yes, I have heard names like Bill Belichick. I don't see that happening because you look at how prideful Jerry Jones is as an owner, and you've got a headstrong Bill Belichick coming in there. I just do not see that being a good marriage there in Dallas. But I've also heard of Jim Harbaugh, national championship, just got one there in Michigan. I see him potentially going to the Dallas Cowboys. If they were to lose in the first round, I see Mike McCarthy 100% losing his job. If the Green Bay Packers lose in the first round, and I'm sorry, in the playoffs. Now, they are 7.5 point underdogs, so I don't think anybody expects the Green Bay Packers to necessarily come up with a win, except for a lot of Green Bay Packer fans that understand how good this young team is. But Joe Barry, I think, would be inevitably out the doors with a loss versus the Dallas Cowboys, which then, a lot of people out there are thinking, hey, man, Jim Leonard would be a very, very good name. And I completely agree with that. I would love to see somebody like him or Michigan's defensive coordinator, Jesse Minter. I would love to see either of those guys as the DC in Green Bay. Also, leave your comments. Let me know who would you want to see as the DC in Green Bay if the Packers lose and all of that. Hypothetically speaking, somebody is going to lose their jobs. There's way bigger implications that are on the line for 2 coaches in this game. For the Green Bay, it's Joe Barry. For Dallas, it's Mike McCarthy. Also, again, leave your comments. Where are you watching the game? What's your favorite snack? Go Pack, go.